Other than this despised housekeeper, I was unaware of any indication that Father Ed may have had a relationship with a woman. There were rumors of a crisis of faith that brought him home from the seminary for a year or two prior to his ordination. It wasn't entirely his idea, of course, to pursue a religious vocation. Once the crisis passed, by all accounts, he pursued his work with focus and good humor, never looking back to life on the farm. So, when I read Liz's email intimating that Father Ed may have been Kathleen's father, I bridled. From Bier Angela to L. Muller. C.C. Kathleen Lefranc. OMG, that is just awful. I have never heard this. Father Ed Bier is my father's uncle, and this would be earth-shattering. He is very much a beloved figure. Just to make sure, are we talking Father Ed that became a monsignor, son of Edward Bier? A.B. I worried about what such a revelation would do to the Biers in general, and my own father in particular. He and my mother are, to put it mildly, big into being Catholic. I can count on one hand the number of Sundays that they've missed Mass. My mother keeps a small bottle of emergency holy water in her purse, for pity's sake. I naively assumed that Dad couldn't handle a simultaneous blow to both his family's integrity and his church, so I didn't mention Liz's letter to him. Instead, I called my mom. She was gobsmacked. Her impressions of Father Ed were the same as mine, and furthermore, she never picked up on any bit of whispered secrets surrounding him. If she hadn't heard any murmurings, there simply weren't any to begin with. At that point, I'd done all that I was willing to do to investigate the preposterous claim. As I awaited replies from Kathleen's newfound cousin and fellow sleuth Liz, I resolved that I wouldn't be able to assist them any further. From Muller Liz. To Angela Bier. C.C. Kathleen Lefranc. Yes, the Father Ed who became Monsignor. That's why we're trying to be really careful. The priest brought Virginia down to Illinois, and he visited her regularly during her pregnancy. This Illinois family knew that the priest was the father of the baby. They said it was evident. And we think he had something to do with St. Mary's Church, where Father Ed worked. Kathleen shows a Dennis Parr as a second or third cousin in her DNA relatives list, and he does not appear at all on my DNA relative list. We know DNA can be funny, but we wondered if Kathleen could be a double Bier, both sides, which might explain Dennis Parr, Parr's being related to Bier's, being shown as her second/third cousin and not mine. DNA is in fact quite funny, but not quite for the reasons that Liz suggests. However, any relatives that Kathleen had that Liz did not were potentially from her father's side of the family. We have worked on this for many months, collecting info and articles and talking to other people, and pinpointing memories, and eliminating and digging. Hard to put it all into this email, but maybe Kathleen can explain better. We both concluded separately that we think we have it narrowed down. Liz.